your light is not too clear.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Welcome to SKTV. Uh, welcome and welcome. We want to welcome each and every one of you to this show, to this edition. Welcome to the show. Uh, we want to welcome each and every one of you. Share the show as you come on. Invite someone. As you can see, the topic for today. Uh, 2023 elections in Liberia. So we're going to have everything under consideration. Everything. We're going to speak about everything today. Those who want to contest, those who are also in a race, uh, or we are already aware of. We're going to reevaluate some things, hear about some of them. Let's share the show, guys. Please help us to share the show. Invite someone this afternoon, this morning. Let's get into another thought-provoking and stimulating conversation. And we are not going to stop having the necessary conversations as you're already aware. Invite someone. Sekou will be joining us momentarily. The guys from Liberia will be joining us here momentarily. Let's share the show, guys. Let's invite someone. Very interesting, thought-provoking, and stimulating conversation here this afternoon. Today is 9/11, September 11, 2021. September 11, 2001 was when we had a 9/11 in this country. Yes, Bill, SKTV is on YouTube. We are on there as well. So I think you should be able to find us. But we want to stand today with the Americans, all of those family members and loved ones that, fell. We want to stand with them to say our sympathy on behalf of SKTV, families that are still grieving their loved ones. Today makes it maybe 21 or 22 years, if I'm not mistaken, 21 years. I still remember where I was the very first day when that happened. Like I said, I was in the Ivory Coast. I was watching black and white TV. I was watching a war show, getting ready to go for practice that afternoon. Yeah, that time I getting ready to go practice that afternoon. When the entire TV station was changed, and it switched straight to the World Trade Center in the plane. But today here we are after 21 years. The Americans, the United States. I was listening to Hillary Clinton this morning through one of her interviews. I think by then she was senator. She was senator back in New York. And she was speaking about some of the efforts that George Bush made, being proactive, to ensure that they had that resolved. So yes, but we want to welcome each and every one of you to this Sunday, the start of a new week. September 11th, the start of a new week. Let's welcome all of you and wish you a good week as we start this week. We'll also be recognizing some of you that will write really quick before we get to the musical break here, as we also are with the guys from Liberia to join us. They'll be joining us momentarily. Sekou will be joining us. The guys from Liberia will be joining us anytime soon. So as you write, we'll know you're here. We'll identify you, and we'll get straight to the musical break and we'll come back. A lot of good things are happening. 2023 looks very promising. But hey, you never know, right? This is politics. Anything could change. Help us share the show. We have a couple of people in line for next week for a couple of interviews. We have a couple of people lined up already. So it's going to be a very, 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 very long and busy week. Preparing for them to come up. We have members of the tag team from Chose Yuma Boakai that would like to come on the show starting off next week. We're in conversation with, I'm not going to call the person's name on here yet, but we're in conversation with one of the political leaders to chauffer on SKTV very, very soon. We're hoping that they'll come on SKTV. We're also very soon here, be in touch, be working on bringing, if possible, back Talo Kuyonkwa so that we can go into part 2 of what we started. I think it would be a good thing to have her back on here to get back into some conversations here, some national conversations. But let's share the show. Let's recognize one or two people. Bill Carson, my man Bill Carson, what's going on? How are you? I do run into you here and there on different platforms here and there. It's always good to have you on here, but I do run into you one or two times just to acknowledge that. Sorry that maybe I don't say hi to you there, but I'm not in control of the platform. So, Boy, welcome to the show. Life Fofana, welcome to the show. Theophilus Nieman Power, welcome to the show. Isaac Omar, welcome to the show. Bill Mohammed, welcome to the show. Naomi, is that Mimi? Naomi Mimi, welcome to the show. Sandy Anderson, welcome to the show. Who else? I've seen somebody say Facebook users are watching from Tennessee. Probably Prince. Prince, I'm not sure why Facebook does not identify you. Rosalind Cooper, welcome to the show. What's going on, Rosalind? What's going on? Welcome to the show. Yeah, tell Theophilus he can. Everybody get a person what they can kind of see here. So if Theophilus Sekou should be on the show momentarily, but if you can't wait, then that's good. You can go and always check in and come back. We're here. Yeah? We're here. We ain't going nowhere. Mohammed Fi welcome to the show. Steve H. Kruman, welcome to the show. Man, who gave my name, Steve? What ain't going on? How you might get my name? I'll question the guy here. Okay. Tapla Popo, watching from Tinker Village. Yeah, my man, Tinker Village. When you walk up small, that means when you walk or drive up small, that means you come into both the president's house and the former vice president had to say you might walk out all my era in there, my man. I think of Village. What's going on? The other Dakina, you send me an open challenge. I'll be in California and we'll do that challenge. Trust me. I don't take those kind of challenges lightly. You don't challenge me in my era and you expect me to back down. What ain't going on? My man Bill Carson, sorry, bro. Speedy recovery to you. Take care of yourself, my man. E. Mulba Colley, welcome to the show. Thomas Arma, welcome to the show. Yvette Cephas, welcome to the show. Let's see. All right. I hope I didn't skip anyone. You said that Sekou gave that name? Okay, Sekou, yeah. Now, Sekou, what's going on? We can't hear you. What's going on?
Yeah, sorry. Who said I gave that name? Steve?
Yeah, Steve H. Kumar, man. Say you don't know situation.
That's my brother, man. He lives in Paris.
Yeah, that man. So that mean
that man, one of the people then that we started this show together. We will have 5 people watching us.
I mean, when I drive you,
he will watch the show, but any feedback, you always call. And sometimes me will call my man and say, "My man, I don't like the way you do the way. I don't like the way you talk to that man today." Yeah, people look at you. I don't want you. It may always you will blast me, you will criticize, you will advise. So that I may be around. Sometimes they can just run away.
The Steve Kumar man.
Yeah,
they did a man lead the show. They did a man lead the show. We're taking that name from him. They did a man lead the show. Yeah.
So they can just run away, but
yeah, but Mr.
You make an other like Rosalind Cooper, right? She will just be like, she will kind of hit, and then you will see, but then she run away again. So
yeah, I suspect Rosalind Cooper.
People are roof there, and they put it that you can count on.
Yeah, Rosalind Cooper. I suspect Rosalind Cooper.
Rosalind Cooper, I hit and run.
Yeah, you strategic. Rosalind Cooper, I don't know what's going on.
I want to hit and run.
Yeah, we can't on him. Yeah,
my brother Mohammed Mongo watching from all the way Australia.
Yeah, let me go down the list before I get in trouble because my big brother too here today. For the first time I ever see the man Dukree.
Oh.
Yeah, for the first time I ever see the man ever since SKTV started ever write that today. So if I know the show, that means the show will be noisy today.
A lot of people. I'm seeing a lot of good people here, man.
I know. I tell you. Today over at a gentleman's club, the good people and the general lady then here too.
Oh, my man, the man said my brother said we invited in Paris in December.
Who?
Oh, Steve. The man too. The man, last moment, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Okay, no, we'll discuss behind closed.
But let me tell you something. Maybe something I will not say.
Don't bring noise on the show here, Mr. Cannon. Don't bring noise on the show.
They were you see that Steve man there?
Oh.
That Steve man, he got his son that was named after Jowea.
Seriously?
Yeah, but because Jowea behavior, the man son he says say the machine.
Yeah, the eyes will be.
The son said no. You got to chimney, daddy. They man part the way everybody talking about the man, they're not good thing.
So that mean we'll show.
To tell you, Steve, they're not just anybody.
So that mean we'll show for in Paris will set.
Oh no, I mean good.
Everything position.
Everything position, everything.
All right, but then Paris here will come now. What do you know? Nobody's today yet.
Oh, Paris, here we come.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, sorry if we didn't recognize you as Sekou. I will leave you on Sekou. Sekou, let me recognize. I beg you, let me recognize one or two more people that we can.
Wait, since when you got Benzonga and then Kamara? How come Benzonga got Kamara?
The thing changing now.
That man, a Congo, Maningo Congo.
Who?
That Benzonga Kamara. I mean, a Basa Maningo Congo. Mega Ben, you got Benzonga.
You know that.
Kamara. So that man. The queen in a Ben, the bastard in a Benzonga, and then the Maningo in a Kamara. So you bet you like it, you not like it. You Congo Baza Maningo. Let me say.
Yeah, but let me run through the thing quick. Rosalind Cooper says she don't get alert. Rosalind, we got 2 different pages now, so you should be getting alert from either one of them. And you know what? We'll find you and the rest of the ANC people who are not on the show, and some of my brother who are in the Unity Party and the Liberty Party will start finding you now. We'll start sending you, because CDC very ought to say with opposition people will not balance. So you're in the opposition now. For all to see you again, we must send your letter. Each person, yo, come on now. Anyway, yeah, let's move on. But let's go to Steve. I finished calling you, Rosalind, Daniel W. Ben, Ducree, welcome to the show. Randolph Lee, welcome to the show. Roof Umbatroso. Mohammed Mango Dole, welcome to the show.
Mongo, yeah, that Mongo over there.
Sablama, welcome to the show. Mr. Canada is a good boy here today. They all show here that intellectual show today.
But what did you tell the people? You told the person something big gonna happen today?
Oh, the newest baby mine in town here too.
Oh,
Steam Bonge. Hello. You know, let me say something, Mr. Cannon. Let me say something. I don't like to point her out, but let me point her out today.
say.
You know, we can joke, we can do all the joke aside. When they say Senator Darius Dillon, die-hard lover and supporter, that's Steam Bonge. She is very committed to him. Look, I'm not just saying supporting in the month, but I'm saying I know what she has done. Beyond close door, I know. So to see her since people have been criticizing Senator Darius Dillon, she doesn't defend him. She doesn't say nothing. She's always quiet. But to see her in a car expressing her frustration for the bill that passed, I say no. Senator Darius Dillon must really get it right going forward. Because I'm telling you, over 3 years, I've never once wanted to criticize him, even for the ticket issue, where everybody was criticizing. She never criticized. But for this bill issue,
hold on. Even the ticket issue, the one the message she ain't man.
No, she didn't say anything to be. She didn't say anything. She didn't say no. She didn't say yes. She was just quiet. But it seemed like somebody was piling up something.
But wait, you know the other man. You just mentioned the law just for a second. I just want to ask you.
Yeah.
The last time,
yeah,
the ticket winner say is she a man.
Mm-hmm.
So the other one where even the big supporter there not getting angry now. So who is she now this time around?
Well,
Maybe the we support there.
this time around, if for all we take it.
We that tell people to vote for him, right?
Yeah, if for all we take the other shot. Sedition, you know how many sedition and I reach out to me, my inbox and calls me and say that you're talking for Dillon, you're fake, you're see. But in our bad thing, we take a shot. The only good thing about it is we are men and women enough to be able to hold, Senator Darius Dillon or other people, accountable when they do wrong. That is the only difference between we and seditions. They're not able to hold Joey accountable, but we're able to tell Darius Dillon that he's wrong. We're able in good faith. As a brother.
That makes it different. And also, they don't know that the long behavior, even though whether it's here, Mao, Pao, all of all, at least we that supported him, we have the courage to tell him that you're wrong. Yeah. And that doesn't stay. That doesn't stay.
6.1. The heart and
justify their behavior.
Yes, it does not still justify the behavior.
Yeah, Solomon Toby is there today. Our brother is not feeling too well. Our colleague, Mr. Johnson Mabon Kula is not well today. We wish him speedy recovery. Hopefully, we can get it together here with our brother, Solomon Toby.
Yeah, I think he's already frozen.
Yeah, I think the signal is not too good.
Yeah, he'll come back. So, Mr. Kane.
Well, how come you didn't call the biggest supporter here, Miata? I didn't hear you calling her name.
Who?
Miata.
Miata Takina?
Yeah.
And Miata challenged me in dancing in California. And Miata go challenge me yesterday.
Oh, that challenge you were telling me about?
Yeah, that the challenge we're discussing that there, but that challenge that we're something in California.
But the way you can be shy in dancing,
forget about that sharp business, leave that thing. That different level, forget that thing.
And I see what's Sonny. I saw dancing Buka.
Leave that thing, forget that thing.
Even Joey again be her.
I'm not talking about that Joey and Buka when they can be dancing. We're talking about real.
The only person you can be in dancing that your man Joseph Konto.
Who?
The man for a music can go in the same place that. The man wouldn't know how to fire gun. You know the man American Marine. Joseph. You know how American people they don't know how to tell our music. I man for in the music can go in the same place. They can be going back and maybe going forward. They wouldn't make them be.
So I big number northern show today. No, but on some real note, I would say shout out to Sting Bonge for this is what we want. Nobody say you can support anybody, that's your right. But when your person mess up or they do wrong, call them out. Stand up. So it shows that you're really patriotic. So seeing her that day, I was shocked. I didn't even know she would go in public and talk. I know she would write, but to talk in public, I was like, what? What really happened? So that means they are looking at things now, Labro getting somewhere. That means Joey will not be the only person who will take the fall now. All our whole opposition members, the government, accountable, and so forth. But that being said, let's transition straight into the musical break for 5 minutes, for 2 minutes. Huh? No, 2 minutes.
You did 5 minutes, I'll go to sleep.
No. 2 minutes, and then what we do, right after 2 minutes, we come straight back and we get into the conversation. Today we really want to explore. Because Mr. Kane, just before we get to the break, I feel sick to the stomach.
Okay.
And maybe I will give a hint on why I feel sick to the stomach. When you're talking about progress and you're talking about moving around, recycle banana inside. Some people I'm hearing or I'm seeing posting that they want to run, even though it is their constitutional right. But we can't be fighting with the bunch of crooks then that we have there. Then you're trying to recruit yourself, people trying to recruit you. So wait now, the legislature now that they play with all the they play what the key area. We'll get back. We'll discuss the thing. Some of you are coming getting your feeling today again. We'll discuss the thing. Because the Nina are here now, that you won't bring the town now. We can be moving one point of criminal, then you're bringing another point in there. They will not even go anywhere else because we're here now. We're not here, but we're here now. We were not here, but we are here now. So when you ask where were we, we're here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am Sonny that dear boy. I'm glad with the great opportunity given me to introduce to you your president.
want to become president. Mosquito want to become president. Poppy Dossett want to become president. Crazy man you see want to become president. Mr. Kennedy want to become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. President you will see you. Mr. Roro want to become president. Diego. Now how the president business will be? We suffering for some more. Mr. Lala want to become president. President you see want to become president. Mr. Become president. It can't be one angry. Let me tell you something. When they want to become president with Lala, they will come and say, as the president of the Republic of Liberia, I thank you people for introducing me as the president. The power invested in me as the president of the Republic of Liberia. I want to make sure I will bring the rest press down. Yeah. I'm going to pull all the fear press down. I'm going to bring the gasoline price down. Yeah. Kalolo want to become president. You know easy again. You want to tell me say president will charge money eat up become president? Trust take up become president? And now easy. Liberia will follow. When they give president to them, they will stand and say, I'm Mason. I will bring down Moldova and bear you new Moldova. I'm going to make sure I'm not going to steal the government money. I'm going to make sure 7 get their back pay. I'm the president going to make sure that the AFL going to be paid in 2 weeks. I'm going to make sure the students going to get 12 buses. I'm going to make sure for the little children they say, I'm going to buy two plastic bags for them to poo-poo inside. Yeah. Babu, you see, want to become president. Mr. President want to become president. Mr. Drongo want to become president. Lala want to become president. Karen Ripper want to become president. You know, issue so free, Liberia. Listen to the speech. As the president of the Republic of Liberia, I'm going to make sure I'm going to electrify the city into 1 day time. As the president of the Republic, I'm going to drive the whole of the sea and pay you people estate daily. As things go bad, Republic of West Wind going to be an estate. Mr. President, become president. Mr. Lala man want to become president. Mr. Roro want to become president. Mr. Dr. Job want to become president. Mr. Kenju man want to become president. Mr. Ripasa want to become president.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here.
I was just dancing.
Yeah, I saw you.
I was just saying that one that I want to say, I want to true. I just say that one not lie because I don't trust them. I was just there. That one not lie. That one not lie. So yeah, Solomon Toby, thank you very much for making it possible today to relay the show on Truth FM 96.1. So those of you listening to on radio, my name is Sekou Kenneth. With me is Steve Boley, aka Moses, and our brother here, Solomon Toby. I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for being a part of SKTV today. And the conversation is Liberia's election. In fact, Steve being the man controlling most of the things on here, I had different opinion about the topic today because my my topic that on my mind today was that is there anybody in Liberia we can trust in terms of politics? Because, but it's still part of this discussion because election is about trust. It's about somebody you can trust to make things happen for you. So all of the people, Steve. Anyway, after you finish call everybody name, my brother George show up. I got to recognize him. Mohammed Enza Dole. The mayor is one of the big fans of this platform, and somebody that you can see, but a big fan on the platform here too every day, to the point where SKTV sent a top fan bash to him. It's Bakaba say, do you know that? Do Bakaba we here?
Oh, so Uncle V can be watching.
Always, every day.
But I gotta be.
As I speak to you now, he's watching.
No, I gotta put myself together now.
So yes, the people listening to us in Liberia, I want to say thank you. Trust me, from the bottom of our heart, we appreciate you guys. You know, those in fact watching on Facebook from Liberia, they fight in Liberia. The music in Liberia is about data. Hanga data. If you wake up in the night, why you will data. For people that can take their time to use the little one they have just to listen to us, we really appreciate you. We're not saying those people that are watching all in the women country that they're not important, they're important. But at least for them, it's a little bit easier for them because their phone don't go by data. They don't have to turn the phone on, the data on, or turn it off when they're not using it. So it's different. What they can give us is time. They can give us their time. Some of them, they will even watch us when they are at work. Some of them, they will put the phone on, upside down, get an earpiece just to listen to the show. We appreciate all of you. The consistency, it really matters to us. So, Steve, the topic you introduced today, the 2023 elections in Liberia.
Right.
The question I have, who is the problem for us? Because every election, one election after another, we keep electing criminals, rogues, corrupt-minded people every day. So who is the problem? Is it the voters or the people we are trusting?
I think fundamentally, Mr. Connor, we have two problems that since I've been around the Liberian political space, I've noticed. We have two problems. One of the problems we have is it has to do with popularity and being familiar. And we'll get straight to the musical break. That's a lot of good things are happening. I think we're getting feedback. That's the first problem we have, Mr. Kane. That is the first part of the problem. In other words, in other countries, people elect people based on, I'll use the word merit, such as, whether it is what they've done from a community standpoint, how they've been able to, live their lives or so forth. Certain position in this country, you can't run for it. You don't qualify for it if you have certain record or you have certain things you do. But our own is flipped. It's flipped. Everybody can run for a certain position. There is no standard. So that's the first part of it. So when you are popular, automatically people think you should run for office. Even when you are popular and the way you lead or you carry yourself in your popularity is problematic, they still think you should become leader. And it does not equate to leadership, though. Popularity is not leadership. That's one of the big problems. Second, the part of that problem, like I said, is this issue of familiarity. People are too familiar with people. So as a result, they become comfortable. So that means, in other words, they'll say, we don't know the person. We know you. Who know you? It all bogs down to the tribe or whatever it is. But here's another big problem because I said there were two. That is the first part. The second part I've noticed also is the issue of the system. And that is the biggest problem. These guys have been able to manipulate the system. These guys have been able to tailor the system to favor them, whether you like it or not. I was looking at the election numbers. I was looking at the numbers from 2017. I was looking at the numbers. Something triggered me. It doesn't add up. Some things does not add up. Certain people, it seems as though certain things are staged. Certain people seem to always be around certain board park. I'll give you an example. One of the person that's always in key play, Prince Johnson. It will amaze you to know that with everything Prince Johnson has done, yet he still kept in the political arena when it comes to mathematics, even when he himself alluded to the fact that during the election numbers were changed or something went wrong. This is where the problem is. The system, there are some people that understand the system. For example, this guy there's a big problem with this guy, Floor Sayon. Mind you, they've kept Floor Sayon there.
And they call him Floor Sayon, aka data manipulator.
Exactly. Floor Sayon shouldn't be around in any serious minor country where things are not manipulated.
Yeah.
People like Floor Sayon, other things, not only that they would be charged. It's a big problem. It's a big problem. It is a big problem. So I don't want to necessarily say it is our people that are continuously voting a certain amount of people. I'm saying it has come to the point where these guys understand how to be able to track the system. For example, we've heard of it's an open secret. People trucking people. That in itself is problematic. Whether you like it or not, regardless of who's done it or where it is, that's cheating. They've cheated the system. So you see. But then the thing about it, Mr. Kane, is they do this issuing like of dress, right dress, wherein they will say, other person, what are your time? So automatically they try to push you because again, it goes back to you're either familiar or you're popular. So they become comfortable with you. So they want this cycle to keep going in line, the recycle. For example, can you imagine? And no disrespect to him, Mo Ali get an audacity to say he wants to run. Can you imagine with all of the public scrutiny and noise and yo-yo and look, in America said they were not even considering him to go on the ballot primarily, to go for primary. Can you imagine? Character like Costa, who is on record of collecting bribes. They say they won't run. That's what thing we're doing. So at the end of the day, when we select these people or when we elect them and put them into power, it is a reflection, it becomes a reflection of us. But I'm seeing that these guys are imposing themselves on us. They're imposing themselves on us. Because
that means, not to cut you off, but that means those who are saying that the voters are the problem are right. Because if somebody, see nothing in you, they think you are stupid. They think you can vote for anything, or you can, anything is acceptable to you. That means that song that you played before the start of the show is very important. It's telling you everyone wants to become president.
Yeah.
This person, that person, Mr. Lala, Mr. This, Mr. That, everybody wants to become president. It's not the people who want you to be somebody. But what about you that gave you the opportunity? Because they feel like Liberian people are stupid. You can do anything and get away with it. You can still, if you look at Liberia, our own behavior, my man, let me tell you something. Even though some of this comment does not represent some of the good people, like people who will say, you kill my mom, you kill my papa, I'll vote for you. There's nothing you can do to any human being that's bigger than killing his mother and father. If somebody say, you kill my mother and my father, I will vote for you. What else? When white people hear those kind of things, they ask themselves if these people who are saying it, they are really human beings. You kill my mother, you kill my father, I will vote for you. And they are saying it, they are proudly saying it. They're saying it, happily saying it, with no remorse. Then but when they are saying it, They don't look at the message they're sending out. They don't look at the image of the country they are sending out. But they are saying it to get under the skin of other people, the opponents. Even the idea just yesterday, when people talk about sanction, you saw them on the street because somebody gave them $5, $20, $10 to go and say, sanction, no sanction, we'll vote for you. And then you have government officials, government collaborators, government, supporters on the street being proud to hear that. Sanction, no sanction, we'll vote for you. That means they don't even care about what brought the sanction. The sanction was put on these people that they are stealing your money, that they are depriving you of your right, that they are taking away from you what belongs to you. They are putting sanction on them, but you are there saying, sanction, no sanction, I will vote for you. So it's okay to steal from me. It's okay to take our money. It's okay to corrupt my country. It's fine with me. But the other people outside of the country are fighting for you. So for me, I think most of our problem is the people that are voting. Either lack of education in terms of their right, or like you said, maybe majority of them are being manipulated, and sometimes maybe poverty. Whatever the case is, I think they are the problem.
Well, Mr. Khan, let me interject this. Because this is important for us to break down for our people to understand going forward. I wouldn't put the responsibility on the people. Let me tell you why.
Why?
The reason I wouldn't put the responsibility on the people is the Liberian people have proven consistently that they want change. Let's be honest. They've proven consistently that they want change. As evidenced by that, they have not repeated the same sets of senators or in the House for the most part. So they've shown us a clear picture. However, if you notice it, there are certain senators that are within the system, namely Prince Johnson, that continuously maintain their seats. And whoever they pick to support, those guys will win. That tells me that something is being manipulated against the people's will. Let's take, for example, Tusso and Tusso. When they went to the by-elections, when they went to the election in 2020, in as much that there was a misunderstanding between Tar and Edith Gonglo. After they went with Edith Gonglo, the CPP went with Edith Gonglo. Why did Edith Gonglo lose that election? And the current guy who is there, because if you go back to it,
Jeremiah
Kun. If you go back to it, you will see that there has been some kind of noise in there. There was noise, there were fireplace and so forth with the elections results. Now, how did Jeremiah Kun win that? You've heard them using these words, Prince Johnson are the godfather of Nima County. It goes a long way. It's not just a saying. Prince Johnson said to us on tape that he knows what happened in the election, but are not a business to talk. Prince Johnson said that. We have
he even mentioned a district or a police center.
Exactly.
Where I think him or his wife, somebody voted.
Went to vote.
But he got zero there.
He got zero vote there. So then he asked the public, how possible is that? His wife betraying, he betrayed himself, and people laugh with it. But some of us did not laugh with it because we are seeing a pattern of certain people being elected in a certain place and the whole ground there and they manipulate it. And guess what? Even it works up to the presidential election. That is why you will see most of these politicians gravitate towards Prince Johnson because they want to win Nima County. When you hear them telling you, say, the godfather of this county, what they're simply trying to tell you is, this is the guy that we got there to be able to do all of our dirty work. You really think the people from Nima crazy that want to keep Prince Johnson there all this while, and Prince Johnson has been passing around and spoiling things and making it and just benefiting. Even this past few days, Swakoko then raised the issue of naming the university for putting Prince Johnson name on it. Which country does that? Somebody who killed a certain president, regardless, you kill a president. One of the worst things you can do on TV, you kill a president, and you put a university in that person's name. What sense does that? But guess how it works? If the public had not blown the alarm, the same guys that are in the house That's how they work, especially the Senate. That's why I don't call them the horse of adults. They're a bunch of criminals. They come together. Look, let me tell you something. All this traditional thing, I'm not inside with them. Because they use these traditional things and say, oh, the person are older man, that adult. So you can hold them accountable. That's what they do. But if an adult is a rogue, an adult is a rogue. It does not matter.
So let me agree with you for a minute. There might be some organized conspiracy against the Liberian people, but some who consider themselves as kingmakers within the country.
Exactly.
However, my problem with the voters, or one of my problems, is that, we say first fool, they're not fool. C'est premier gaou, c'est pas gaou, right? You know what they say? Premier gaou n'est pas gaou.
Yeah.
C'est deuxième gaou qui est janta. So it means that first fool, they're not fool.
But you buy whatever first fool.
But wait now, he didn't know what I don't know. My low friend, they do. My friend, I learned well, refugee, I still remember. But let me tell you this, Steve, on a serious note. If somebody fool you one time, that's a mistake. Maybe because you trusted them. Maybe because you believe in them. Maybe they come and say, start presenting themselves to be something else. But after, when they're proving themselves to tell you who they really are, and then you still go and vote for them, then that's a problem. For example, George Weah is a perfect example. George Weah fought to be elected as president. It did not work. He went on, ran as vice president. It did not work. He said, "What?" He said, "No, you know what?" He went to the Senate. He performed nothing. He did nothing. Sponsor, no bill. Co-sponsor, no bill. He was just there collecting his salary. He was even rushing for the time to get paid before he even, but the man, he showed no leadership. Everywhere this man have served, including being technical director for Lone Star, he created problem, fighting, showed no leadership, divided, destroyed the team. The group was divided between Joe Nangbe, Jonathan Sigbe, Boy Charles, George Weah, from time to time. And when he decided to inject his junior professionals into the Lone Star, it was all fighting. That's why Lone Star go nowhere. So this guy did not show any leadership as in terms of sport. He showed no leadership when he was senator. All of that. But you say you vote for the man. The man did not give you any, the man did not debate to give you any tangibles, any policy prescription to say, hey, this is what our guy installed. This is what we can do for our country. Nothing, absolutely. But you still went ahead and voted for the man. And as we speak, after giving the man the opportunity, some of that thing, because the man used to be world best, African best, European best, maybe they may get connections. Maybe they may get a lot of investors out there waiting when Joe will become president, they will count Jumbo, Western Liberia. The man did nothing. Now he's president. He's performing below decimal. But yet, there are people who are saying, we will still vote for you. Corruption, no corruption, will vote for you. Stealing, no stealing, will vote for you. Sanction, no sanction, will vote for you. Is something wrong with them? Or something wrong with George Weah? The man already told you who he is.
Mr. Kane.
Similarly, let me conclude. Similarly, Dillon now, we ask people to vote for Dillon. We told everybody that Dillon is the best because of what he said. What he said to us, we should trust him because so at some point he was standing for justice, but yet Dillon went in there from time to time. If he's not apologizing, we got to be there to defend him.
Defend who?
We have defended me personally.
Yeah,
I've defended the law in so many cases. I must admit to that because we supported him. We say we can't dress a devil and go ahead and undress the devil outside.
I will
But
undress
for yet we have tried. We have tried to make sure when he make mistake, we talk to him behind the scene. We do everything. But this is the man. When you even criticize him in public, he will never answer your phone anymore. Yeah, when you criticize him, when you disagree with him, he will not answer your phone anymore. If you get angry right away, sometimes he will block you. So, but then now we said that that was a personal thing, but the man doing the work for the people. But guess what? He been lying to the people now. And then we conspire against the people twice. The first time it was about the dual citizenship. He went conspired against diaspora Liberians. We said that was a mistake. And he said it was a mistake. We agreed. Then he went again and lied about the whole ticket thing. We said that was not any big deal, in fact, for you to lie about, because it's your own money. When somebody can lie about small thing, he can lie about big thing. Because he can lie for no reason, he can lie for bigger reason. So, after knowing all of that, so Dylan will come and tell you, say, this is why you will say, yeah, that it was white. Because you lied to me 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and I know who you are. After, even though I supported you, after understanding everything about you, then I came and found out that you are not to be trusted. You come and tell me, okay, no, Sego, the 2 things I got here, the one are white, the other one are black. I will say, let me see it myself. I got to make sure. Because you know what? I trusted you before. You betrayed my trust. I will not trust you again. In order for me to trust you now, I have to confirm it. So, Steve, that's the point. So that would be, I'm not saying that Dillon is the worst, but he's not the best. He's not even near the best. Because what we thought he was, he's not the person. So when Dillon come to me right now, or even if it doesn't come to me, but it is something about Dillon now, I will not stay behind and say, no, yeah, that's true. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have to find out from Dillon himself. And I see it myself and confirm it before I can go tell people. Because the man betrayed my trust. Similarly, those who are in leadership, you voted for them to do X, Y, and Z. And they fail to do it. They lie to you, they betray you, they corrupt the country, they put the money in their pocket. They want you to remain beggar in your own country. Then you stay safe. We'll still go vote for you. There's something wrong with you.
Mr. Kane, there's a bigger game being played here. George Weah is not a coincidental president. George Weah is not a coincidental president. George Weah is not a coincidental president. I want to make my case to the public. You don't have to agree with me, but I just want to take the next 1 or 2 minutes to make this case.
Right.
The video that we just played, the musical video that we just played, I want you to look at that video. Everyone on that video has been close to power in the most recent years after Charles Taylor. The Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the Joseph Yoman Boakai, the George Weah, and even the Joel Howard Taylor. All 4 of them in that music video. All 4 of them there. I challenge anybody to dispute that. Now, what this tells me is there is a plan, a bigger plan. Remember when Charles Taylor told us that George Weah wanted to be president? Charles Taylor was not crazy when he said that. I don't think he had anything against George Weah. But Charles Taylor understood that Liberian people gravitate towards popularity to some extent. Whether it is bad or it is good, they gravitate towards popularity. That I will have to agree with you on. But the issue of presidency in our country, it seems as though the stage is set for a certain group of people in the dress by dress. This is why you will hear grown men and women who know the truth that Joseph Yuma Boaka is not even capable to be president, but yet they want him to be president. They do. Because for them, it is not about moving the country. It is a recycled thing. It is the issue of we are familiar with this person. They claim they won't change. They do claim they won't change. That's what they claim. But let's look at it in actuality. If that's what the actions are showing. Okay, let's move Cummins. All of them said Taiwan Gonglo have been a poor man lawyer. They said they don't know Cummins, this, the that, again. Okay, fine. All of them said Taiwan Gonglo have been a poor man lawyer. Corruption, he not there. The other one, he not there. That other one, he not there. But they refuse to support Taiwan Gonglo. You tell me.
Let me tell you the reason why they refuse to. They don't want to support Taiwan Gonglo. Because Taiwan Gonglo will not support what they've been doing the whole time.
Exactly. So you see,
Taiwan Gonglo will not support corruption.
it brings me back to my point.
So they will not support him.
Anybody that they see that will want to do the right thing, you know what they do? They will come around you, they circle themselves around you and find a way to undermine you to not do the right thing. So it is a bunch of group of, let me say this, Mr. Kane. What did Ellen Johnson
So before you go, I want to ask Solomon here, are we going to do the news bulletin at 7 o'clock?
Let me try to. I'll get to you in a minute.
Okay, I want you to inquire before the time, so that way we can go long over the time.
Right.
All right, sir.
So, Mr. Kane, it brings me back to my point, right? It brings me back to the point I was saying. This is a stage set thing that these guys are doing with not only comfortability, but they're familiar. They want to be familiar with certain people. So when they see, let me tell you something. If it causes these guys, and as you can see, there are a couple of people that have already been groomed. So they are putting their ear now. Oh, go to the House of Representatives. Oh, let's go to this place. The Mo Ali, he's been groomed.
Into the corruption.
He's been groomed. When we say these things, say, oh, I hate this person, I hate that. It's not about hate. But we're not stupid. We were not in this politics business before some of us. We started with watch also because we were studying exactly what you guys have been doing. Mr. Kane, George Weah was groomed into this. All of the elections that George Weah lost, George Weah collected cash on it. He cashed in on it.
True.
He cashed in on it. So George Weah, what he's doing today is actually the replica of what United Party did. It's just that he's doing it in a more inept, raw, and because they are not professionals. The United Party bunch of people are professional rogues and thieves. They knew how to move money around. George Weah hadn't been caught today. And so when we say we want change in the country, then we want change. We want to get rid of this system. This system must go if we will have change. It is the system that is a problem. It is not the people that we elect there. Because in America, you can elect anybody that can't meet that system there. They will fall in line with that system. They don't come and Joe Biden not come and change the American foreign policy. Donald Trump tried to change that nonsense. It didn't work. You see? So when we come to this point where we really want change for you, and we say an 80-year-old man who has a medical problem, I don't have a problem with that because all human beings are the same. Some people have a medical problem. And we know that there was in no way, shape, or form this 80-year-old man has what it takes to change the country. When we say, you gotta move to something better and leave this 80-year-old man where he is today, you say we hate Joe Boaka, we hate United Party. Where is the hate in this thing? When we say George Weah set us up, George Weah has failed us, George Weah is as criminal as the people he employs, you say we hate George Weah. Okay, so then what do we should do now? We should sit down.
Let's hear from Solomon, Toby. What's going on?
We have an exciting news. We don't have the bulletin of news today, so the conversation.
I know the conversation going. Yeah, everybody inside was like, you know, because they don't know who's dropping it. Not there for that thing,
yeah.
And Mr. Kane, the exciting part of it is this. I want to challenge any Liberian, go read your history. Every time these guys want to make any kind of funny deals, they don't make it in the country. They go out of the country. They go out of the country, make those funny deals, come back and implement it. It's good.
True. I remember there has been a lot of meetings in Ghana and Nigeria. They always go out of the country to go do these.
They go out of the country to discuss exactly how they will implement this, and then they come and implement it. They come, they act like they hate each other. They come, they turn the supporters against each other. John Weah was receiving a cut. Why Jefferson Koji then were at the embassy making noise?
And you used to send some money to them too.
But he used to send a cut.
Yeah.
He used to send a cut.
And that's how Akala Gray, Moba Molu, and Jefferson Koji came to prominence when he came to Liberian polity, because he was sent down, he would misbehave, and then Ellen was sent emissary to George Weah. They say, okay, no problem. I will talk to the children. I will talk to the children.
Yeah.
They will go and get it, and then they will get their cut.
And here's the thing now. These guys are not seeing a way through the executive that much anymore with George Weah shaking. There might possibly be a new person that coming there. You know where they want to revert? They want to go to the legislature now. They want to infest the legislature.
All of them. Mm-hmm.
All of them want to go to the legislature to infest the legislature. That's what they want to do. Let me say this. And y'all want for all to change Liberia. I want for all to change Liberia too. Me, I want for all to change Liberia. Me, that's my only quest for all to change Liberia. But if we have to change Liberia, then let's agree that we can have the same people that have led Liberia since Charles Taylor left, since we had an elected president from Ellington. I said an elected president from Ellington since Charles Taylor left. I'm not saying interim. Let's talk about the interim. Let's come to the elected president. Say we had an elected government since 2005. The Samuel Toy worked there. The Nathaniel Magay worked there. The Jawia worked in that government. We can recycle these people. Let them go sit down. Samuel Toy, let them go make fun. Ain't not any problem. All the money they don't steal, let other people can hold them accountable for it. We don't want change, some of us. Let me tell you why we don't want change. Mr. Khan is even saddening and it's disgraceful to tell you that this is a mentality and a mindset that we keep moving with. And it's a bad mindset. How can you be sitting there in America? You're not working in Liberia. People are suffering in Liberia. And you get Liberian dollars. People paying taxes there. You get it wired to you here. And you don't work only for you to go sit down somewhere and talk foolishness all day with confidence. How? Can I swear you putting behind yourself? I told one of the Spoon Talk panelists before, I said you are putting sweat behind yourself. I said it to him. I said because what you are doing, poor people are suffering in that country. Pregnant women can't give birth. You think the 20,000, the small money they're sending to you here, they couldn't use it to renovate the hospital? You think they couldn't do that to save lives? But you enjoying it. But they swear it's not for your one, it's for your generation too. Because it's a seed that you are sowing. It's a seed that you are sowing. It is wrong. At all costs, it is wrong. How can you be sitting in America where jobs are available? Your hair not cut, you're not paralyzed, nothing. You can go work. You able-bodied man, you can't go to work. What's wrong with you? But you sit down, government official and take money to give to you. You come and talk foolishness with confidence in public. And we sort of support that. So I'm saying to the Liberian people is, I'm not going to put the fault on the Liberian people. These guys have crafted a plan against the Liberian people, as evidenced by that, what they did in the legislature these few days. Mr. Kana, if we the Liberian people, those back home, those in the diaspora, have not put our voices together to bring attention to the thing, these guys were going to pass this bill with Rafi. President Weah was going to sign it because President Weah wants them to sign other deals too. So for them, it's not about doing what is right for the country. It is not. So when they see people who want to do right for the country, who want to do right by the country, they amalgamate forces. They got a few stupid people. The stupid people in Liberia not plenty, that's just few. The stupid people in the diaspora not plenty, that's just few. But when they come together to make noise, they are the plenty. You're not plenty, we here. And
okay. So, folks, I want to say thank you to all of you following us on the radio. And if you're on Facebook, I want to say thank you to all of you for following. This is SKTV, coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. I have Steve Bole. We have Solomon M. Toby. We are all here today. Solomon, since you are in Liberia.
Yes, sir.
Given what is going on today, in your mind, if let's say we go through election today's date, what would be the major thing based on which Liberian people will be voting on in your mind?
All right. One thing, thanks so much for the gracious opportunity and to be on set. One of the major things is that for Liberian, we are going to be moved by a quick impact project. These are things that usually move the Liberian, and the politician, if they are at the higher position, they will always strangulate the local citizen, make the economic system very difficult for you to even handle $1 per day. It will be very, very hard. So at the end of the day, almost close up period to this to the election, they'll begin to dish out the money. Yeah. So at the end of the day, somebody, a common man will never have an option, but just to go for the best, those quick impact projects.
So for the most part, many of the people I move by in Liberia always we commonly say cash violent. So what they do, they use cash to do so little projects to fool the people then, and just for the purpose of election. It's not that they really want to help them, but to make them to feel like they want to help them so that they can impact their vote.
Yeah, sure. Because right after election, whether they win or not, the process won't continue. Yeah.
Wow. That is very, 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 very sickening. But again, that comes to what? Honesty. So Steve, something I said me think. It is wrong for our country leaders that when they are trusted, they go ahead and betray the people and do something for themselves, as opposed to doing it for the people. However, don't you think it is the responsibility of the people to punish those who always taking advantage of them, thinking that they are stupid? Don't you think they have that responsibility to fight back? And fighting back is, like you said, the black people being consistent in punishing some people that will not come back. But the same people that will go out, you will always find them on the next team. We have never seen any revolt to say, you know what? No, Mr. X was very corrupt in the other government. To appoint him or her again here as minister, I've never seen any Liberian fighting to say, you know what? No. We reject this other appointment. For example, this government got elected because of the failure of Ellen government. Joseph Boakai did not get elected. Joseph Boakai was not elected because of his connection with Ellen Johnson Sirleaf government. That he worked with the government, that they were all corrupt. That's why Joseph Boakai was not elected. However, many of the key players who also stole and worked in Ellen government, they were given position in this government.
Yes.
But and I didn't see any resentment, any rejection from the Liberian people saying, you know what, no, this is wrong.
Good. Part of the reasons for that also is I want to take it at the highest level, then I'll come down to the Liberian people because that's how it works. So what happens is we who are not in authority or not in power, we empower these guys. What they do when they go up front, up there, they connive. The reason President George Weah was able to appoint certain key members from the Ellen-led government, the place I know CDC was in trouble from the get-go. One of the places I know CDC was in trouble from the get-go was you don't appoint oppositions into strategic positions in your government. That tells me, unless you are conniving with the opposition, the place I also knew that the opposition would be fragmented and would be a problem was when the opposition agreed to give both houses to the CDC-led government. How will you hold them accountable? What will be the check and balance? Why it spoke to me what it told me was I was immediately informed that these guys have connived to do what is wrong. Mr. Kane, all these things you can see. The other time I heard Edwin Snow throwing a jab on DeLon and Yombly Kangalore, he threw a jab on him that they went on safari or whatever. When they went to Birmingham, do you remember that? He threw a jab, that he threw a safari.
He actually called him, you need to call him boyfriend and girlfriends.
Right. So I just somebody said to me, I read it today about it. But it was the same Jalen a few days ago, Edwin Snow was defending this evil bill, and he was unhailing Edwin Snow. But when you go back into history, the Delon and the Edwin Snow, then they know each other. The Edwin Snow and the Joey, then they know each other. All of them have worked in the same government. It's a cycle. They have, look, Mr. Kane, and like you said, the only thing the Liberian people can do, and what this government has done, I'll give them credit. This is one of the reasons I will tell the Liberian people that Henry Costa is dangerous for that country. The CDC-led government succeeded in taking away all of one of the democratic rights of any nation, which is protest. The CDC succeeded in deflecting that from that June 7 protest. That's why every protest that is held in Liberia going forward after the June 7 protest have been rendered meaningless. Because Henry Costa was in the know, they colluded. We are aware of the facts. I told Yasendi, when you go on that plane and you get to Ghana, when they invited her, she called me. I told her, I said, if you get to Ghana, for you to get into that discussion, I can tell you today, whether you agree with what was said in that hotel room or what was not said in that hotel room, when you come from there, you will become an accomplice because it will be your word against their word. The best way you can save yourself, don't go on that plane. Don't go to Ghana. Don't meet with these guys. Don't do it. I can't, in Liberia, we can say this. I can't eat a dog, but I can drink the soup. I say I don't want to be part of corruption, but I go to that incorrupt meeting with people to convince me to give me money. Then I come from there. Why am I supposed to tell them? Why did I even go to the meeting? Why? So these guys, what they've done, Mr. Kane, and this is part of the CDC plan. This is part of the CDC plan. The same way how Joe used to do negotiation behind closed door when there were protests. Some people were protesting genuinely. Don't get me wrong, but most of the leadership in the CDC at that time, they were protesting to get the poor people attention, to get them behind them, to back them, only to be making deals behind them to deflect the protest. So today, what we see happening is a total replica of what happened in the earlier government. So let's come down to the poor people, Mr. Kane. Let's come down to the voters. These guys are the ones that count the ballot. These guys are the ones that count the ballots. You broke that news on this platform, Mr. Kane, that they tried to make a deal with Jerome Kokoya. Jerome Kokoya saying when I agree to that deal. That's how they let Jerome Kokoya go. But initially, they wanted to keep Jerome Kokoya. You know why they wanted to keep Jerome Kokoya? Jerome Kokoya was familiar with the system. He knew how to navigate the system. Why do they have Floor Science stay there today as we speak? Why? Floor Science should have been gone with Jerome Kokoya too. But they have Floor Science there because according to them, quote unquote, he's the data manipulator. He is the guy that changes the data. I am reliably informed with proof to that effect that Nathaniel McGill was trying to get rid of what this guy named, one of the pastors at the neck right now. He was on Spoon before and he left Spoon. He left the show. I'm reliably informed of that. We have the documentation for it, that they were manipulating to get him out of there. Because they say, and they won't bring a God bene here, they won't bring a religion here. So you see, so Mr. Kane, this is a big plot against the people. The guys who are up there, who's supposed to be listening to the crowd of the people, how many times these senators then have taken any one of these bills and took it to their constituencies or the representatives and say, yeah, let's discuss the bill, let's get your feedback on it. How many times? Why did you this Yeke raise up serious contention in there and brought noise behind Yeke again? You know why? Because they brought a bill for them to sign. Soon they came back from the break. They brought a bill for them to sign. The bill that they not even see yet. They brought it for them to sign. So that's why I said our people are powerless. So you and I, when we come on this radio and we continue to talk like this, we continue to inform them and empower them and embolden them, it will give them the courage to rise up. It will give them the courage to rise up. That's why I don't buy into any protest that's going on.
Hold on. Reverend Martin that used to be on Spoon, he's something over there?
No, not Reverend Martin. I just Isaac. One guy at the neck. There's a guy at the neck. There was a plot against him. There's a guy at the neck. They call him Isaac.
No, okay.
He works at the neck. They call him Isaac.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the name now.
Yes, they plotted to remove him. He's a serious man that doing his job. But Nathaniel Magillian, because they're used to the system, they want people to be able to manipulate the situation. So they won't get rid of everybody else who will do the right thing. So we who are standing today and calling, look, let me say this. Let me say this, Mr. Kanye. Let me say this to our people. Let me say this. Prisoner can't die 2 times. You can't go to jail 2 times. You can't be in jail. Somebody call you and say because you caused trouble in jail, they'll put you in jail again. No, that's not how it works. The Liberian people who are listening to us, you got nothing to lose. Whether that your senator, that your president, or whoever it is, these guys keep misbehaving. Nobody's encouraging you to go and take arms or whatever it is, but it is your right to get in the street and protest and ask your government to do what is right. You don't need no hero or no hero to come and lead you. You don't need nobody from the diaspora to motivate you. You don't need nobody. When serious-minded people are ready to protest, it is spontaneous. They don't go call cry. They don't call what you call a Christian organization. They had that other crook there. They used to collect money there, cost that there. Now they broke away. They removing from there. What he need? The other one that was on top of the Christian group in Liberia, the Christian Council. All of them used to connive with the government to go take money. All of them, Bishop Cotto Brown, there is no respect for them. When government officials are ready, they cost them any way they want to cost them because that's how it is. Akaras go so talk to me any kind of way. Monuba Monu so talk to me any kind of way. You know why? Because we're not on that level. Me, they're not going to sit down in corruption talk. Me, they're not going to sit down to discuss anything to what they call the government. No, me, they're not going to do that. Anything we want to discuss about the Liberian people, we'll discuss it in public. And if you call me to offer me money, I will call you. I will tell the Liberian people you call me to offer me money because I don't need your money. That's how we need to stay. That's what we need to do. How can you be stealing from our people? You're bringing it to tell journalists to shut up. Then we'll talk and say, oh, the other picking on the show there. Say, go recruit picking there to come be high-headed on the show and to come be talking nonsense on the show. No, they're not nonsense. We're talking that the fact we're talking. You're not used to the kind of reality. So, Mr. Kanye, in all honesty, our people need to stand up. I will not put the blame on our people. These guys who we have entrusted. Can you imagine somebody putting their own t-shirt in that suffering country to go vote for Joria? Somebody stood up in a ring to go vote for Joria. Only for Joria to come and for them to be stealing and enriching themselves? Mr. Canada is disappointing. So the issue of who can we trust in the Liberian politics, there are just fewer people we can trust. I'm not going to say everybody in the Liberian politics are bad. There are just fewer we can trust. Their voices are not many. I will encourage them. I encourage Yeke to continue to speak out. Yeke is the only one I know on record in the Liberian politics right now in that house. I know on record, and I say on record, that refused to take a bribe. That's why I can say anywhere, Yeke is the only one that refused to take a bribe. Yeke Koluba. I don't like his utterances. I don't like him insulting people. But Yeke loves Liberia. Yeke is patriotic. Yeke is a man of integrity. Because when some of you did not know that Thomas Fala and other people carry money to Yeke, Yeke refused it. Yeke refused it. And we have the facts for these things. Costa will refuse it. Costa didn't told the court. Mo Ali told the court that the one of your partner you're calling hero. There's no disrespect and not any jealousy, but the facts are the facts. We cannot keep keeping this country like this. Somehow we are tired. Somehow we are sick and tired. For grown men, grown women to be every day in your inbox, my man send me $50 now so we can pay our children's school fee. My man send me $100. Hey, brother, I beg you. Brother, I beg you. People who can bone you subjecting themselves. Only because the country is poor. Liberia is not poor. We got poor leadership, poor management, and the president is aware of this because this is the game they've always played. Joria is not mutually exclusive from this. Joria is as criminals as the people that he got there. He is as criminals. He is liable for these things.
Yeah. So, Solomon, do you have a number that we can open the line for the people in Liberia, or no? We can just open the line here. It looks like that line is freezing again. Unfortunately, the radio line is been giving some little problems here and there. Let's see here. So Steve, while we wait the guys to come on, because I want us to take some calls from Liberia.
Sure.
But I have somebody actually, I don't know, somebody sent us $20.
Mr. Kanye, just before go to the money.
Yeah, I don't want to something. Somebody want to send $20. Yeah, so they said they want to contribute to SKTV. They sent $20. I want to say thank you very, very much. I don't know how the person even get our Zelle, the Cash App actually. The person sent Cash App. So I want to say thank you very, very much. Sometimes people don't like for us to call their name, but we really appreciate it. So yeah, indeed, Steve, go ahead and say what you want to say before.
Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to say. The people of District 8 need to be outraged. Akara's great took his wedding. That's his right to get married wherever he wants to get married. Took money, carried to. Do you know what it means in this pandemic time to get married in places in France the way Akara great got married? Do you know what I mean? Do you know how much money he spent there? So what happened to you who in Nukuta? What happened to you who in your district? Why he couldn't bring it there? Oh, so you can celebrate with him there? Then he feeling pass around and talk foolishness or confident all day, and people supposed to sit there and listen to him. He cares about Liberia. He cares about Liberia. Oh, you want to go into Joey on the history? You want to go into Joey on the history? Joey cares about Liberia. That's Sunday. I don't know how to talk something. We'll really dig into something here today. The whole show will just be on yo. But the truth of the matter is, Mr. Kane, these guys don't love the country. The people that we call poor people children. Soon they take some more money, they take power. They're gonna lose. They're gonna lose. So what the guy in Akara's great couldn't marry in Liberia. When I see him talking in public Sunday, I just look and say, "But what is this?" If I were Akara's great, I would be hiding myself. I would apologize to the Liberian people in this suffering time. I would apologize for what happened. I would. You know what that means? That money could have been used in Liberia. You could have hired Liberians to do the designs that you want to do in Liberia. It could have been done. What thing happened? So Liberia don't deserve better too? The Liberian people don't know better thing? You go in France, you know what I mean? To go that kind of extravagant wedding in France, you know what I mean? Then they were hiding the picture that we not know. They were hiding everything they want the Liberian people to know.
But I just somebody will go do wedding and hide picture.
You were hiding it. They were hiding it. They won't be doing it like you sort of have what in the age of technology, you sort of go have what you go have wedding, extravagant wedding hiding. Did that thing, man. And all your body them been in France that they didn't want to take picture. Some of the government officials them were there, they didn't want to take pictures. They did not.
Why they went there?
Mr. Kanye know it was wrong.
But why they went there? Why they went there?
That's the hypocrisy we are talking about. That is the hypocrisy we are talking about. They couldn't identify with him there. They don't want to take picture. They won't be on record. When our cars going and get to be talking, say, oh, the intellectual will fight for this, will fight for that. I'm not trying to single out one person here, but I will be honest. Even to the opposition members, it is discouraging. It is discouraging that they will join these guys. But with Unity Party people, I'm not even worried about them because I know majority and almost all of the Unity Party lawmakers, they are so corrupt people. They quit to take bribe. They quit to receive bribe envelope. Bribe are the middle names, whether they're the men or the women, all of them can take bribe. The Unity Party lawmakers, men, women, all of them quit to take bribe. That's how they instituted bribery into the legislature. Why you think Joker there and all talking about the asylum for long? I said we are fall down inside. Who fall down inside for two? What kind of country we get here so? We fall down inside. That more alliance will be talking about going to House of Representatives. Seriously? What kind of trouble we see? Mr. Kenneth on day said we don't want to talk about Liberia, but we have to.
Okay, so while we wait for the guys to get back on the radio, let me ask you this very, 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 very critical question. Now that the opposition are divided and the government is also fighting among themselves, GDC. Do you think somebody that will come from the blind side and Labrador will gravitate toward that person and could potentially win the election without being any of the three? Buakai, we are commies. You think somebody can come from the blind side? Or maybe all these things will happen at the end of the day. Labrador will say, go and vote one of the two, commies or Buakai.
Well, the first thing about somebody coming from the blind side would be a very difficult thing, especially for the presidency.
Okay.
Especially for the presidency. The reason for that is we are in a country that we're dealing with people who like name recognition by nature. Liberians, by nature, most of all, are attracted to big names and name recognition, whether that's for bad things, whether for good things. And most Liberians are comfortable with that. So let's take, for example, Joe, we are start playing football now almost 15, 20 years. 15 years, I'll give it at maximum right now. But when they see him, they don't see him as an ex-footballer. That memory is still crafted in their minds. Think about this too. Some Liberians still come on Facebook and say they celebrate June 7. Well, the question I've asked them is, what are you celebrating on June 7? Are you remembering June 7 because people went there, played music, everybody shouted, and they took the same petition and they went home? Because what was achieved? What happened that day? So you see it. So these are things that people gravitate towards, right? So for them to say a total new person will come and become president, it would be hard. Part of the psychology of why the Liberian people say you've killed my man. Some of the Liberian people, some, especially the younger ones that were rebels, that were fed weed and other drugs during the war, the only person they knew was Chastin, so they had a longer voice. They had bigger voice at that time to get in the street and be running around. Came and I'll vote for you. Some people know that it was still a dangerous thing to say or to do. It was not all Liberians that say, came up, I'll vote for you. It is not all Liberians that are saying, you not owe, we still vote for you. It's not all Liberians that say, you know, Bo, you not know, Bo, we still vote for you. No, we have to be clear on those statements. Those are rhetorics that these guys try to push by the minority who have access to maybe internet, or who can talk or who can make noise. So the idea that they're going to pick someone new, I don't want to think that's possible. That is not possible. That's not how we voted as a nation. That's not who we are as a people. If it was an American man or it was a European or other countries, I would say yes, the possibility. So I'll move from that. But who can we trust to move forward? I believe the hands that we are dealt now, we have better choices. And that's why I've always recommended to people, if you are at any point, at any juncture, confused about who you will vote for, it's okay to be confused. There is nothing wrong with it. I want you to sit and think. Think about who you will not vote for. Do something we call the process of elimination. Eliminate certain people that you will not vote for or you will not support. Once you eliminate certain people that you will not vote for, do it the way you can do it in the market. I want to make this statement because I want to be on radio making this statement to our own money all the way back so they can get it. Do it the way you can do it in the market. If you are confused, 2023, who you will vote for? Maybe you say to yourself, the opposition, they're messing up, so we are messing up. I agree. It's okay to be confused because the way the political landscape looks now is confusing. I want you to do something that will help us. Something we call process of elimination. When you go into the market and you forget about the thing that you will buy, and you can remember the one that you will not buy, even though you forget about the one that you won't buy, but the one that you will not buy, you know it. You know it. So that means when you pass it and you see better boy, you know that better boy you will not go today. Maybe you thought to your horse and you won't go cassava leaf. That's good. But because you walk and you were talking on the phone and you forgot, when you get to the market, it does not mean that you plan to go better ball. So you already know in yourself that you don't want to go better ball today. Maybe you stay debating between cassava leaf and flower saw. Focus on the cassava leaf and flower saw. So I'm saying to you, do the process of elimination. Some of you know already that you will not vote for him. Mark S. When you're talking your conversation, don't even talk Jawia Benin. He's not important because you're not going to vote for him. You know that you're not voting for Joseph Boaka because Joseph Boaka are the same thing, the same 12 years, the same United Party or whatever it is. Mark Joseph Boaka and Jawia say the two people there, they are crooks. They're not serious. We're not voting for them. The Pape, not serious. The young boy, not serious. Put them different place. Then you say, okay, which one we left with in the politics Benin now? So we left with Kumis and we left with Tawan Gonglo. Then you can say, okay, let me look at two of them and see which one we vote for.
Oh, you're not putting your board there too?
Who?
The board can dress nicely.
Tadokaze?
Yeah.
You know, my boy talking about presidency. I told him to behave. We had a conversation. I told him to behave. You might take it away and get going on here for that. Because I'm in that thing, now you're making noise. You're not yet that making noise. So, Mr. Kanye, that's how we're supposed to do it. So, I want to educate our people today so that they can understand. When you confuse who you vote for, it's okay for you to be confused. But right now, just decide who you will not vote for first. Then you will be left with less option. You will know to be able to make your choice. But I'm saying to you, I'm encouraging you, if you are Liberians, you are listening to me, and I get anything against Joria, and I get anything against Joseph Boakai. You vote for Joseph Boakai, that is seeing corruption, you will have. You vote for Joria, that is seeing corruption, you will have. Let's vote for new people. We got option this time around. We get Cummings and we get Gonglo in the race. Let's vote for new options. We deserve better. That's my own suggestion to the Liberian people.
Okay. All right. So, folks, I want to say thank you. Solomon, I was asking you whether you
Yeah.
have any phone number available to take calls from Liberia. If not, we can start taking calls from this end. But I just want to make sure we give the Liberian people the opportunity if they want to participate and contribute to this conversation. If you do have a number there, you can.
Yes, I have an alternative number. So,
Okay, so go ahead and call the number so let the people call you and we'll listen to them. We'll take a few calls and then we will come to the diaspora and start taking calls.
okay, just in case then, all right, y'all be carrying on the process. We are trying to do one or two technical
That's fine.
adjustments.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
Do
you start it
that.
from your end. From there, I'll get back to you.
Okay, sure. So Steve, before we go back to Liberia, you call 3 names. And during the process of elimination, you eliminated perhaps the people want to eliminate. You call 2 names, Joseph Nyuma Boakai and George Weah. But there are a lot of other people that are there too that want to run for president. And I didn't hear you call Jeremiah Wapo. I didn't hear you call Alari Tokpa. I didn't hear you call what was her name? Mandela Cooper and the other people. They too, they are politicians. Is that because they are not among the first 3, or they're not just politically significant at this point?
Well, I wouldn't use the word politically significant. For Alari Toba, he was on the show and he said that he's not running for presidency. I still to be corrected, but that's exactly what he said here, per the record. Yet he was in the process of helping and forming the DAL, Democratic Alliance of Liberia, and they're open to collaboration. So that means automatically, like Youngly Kanga Lawrence did back then, she threw her, her presidency out of the race automatically within the CPP. So the fact that he threw it out, when considering for what her name, Mandela Cooper, she said that she's open. She's about Liberia, in as much as she does have the passion and she wants to be president, but she's open. So for me, that leaves me to say
she's open to collaborating with other people.
Yes, and I stand to be corrected, but she is open. That's what she said here on the show. She is open. When push comes to shove, she will be open to collaborate with other people. So that's why I kind of narrow it down. Jeremiah Wapo, as we speak now, Jeremiah Wapo has given up his bid for the presidency by merging with DHL, with the DAL. So that tells me that Jeremiah Wapo has settled. Not like he was a few months ago when we interviewed him here twice, where he was adamant that he wanted to be president of the country. The fact that he's conceded, and the fact that they're leaning more towards Joseph Nyuma Boakai as the center bearer, it tells you that he's not in a race for presidency. So I'm not even going to, talk about them in that context. Now I spoke about these 3 people or these 4 people in that context, because these are the 4 people that the names are ringing around.
So speaking of people running for position, people that many Liberians feel like they have somehow they haven't done well for themselves or for the country, for that matter.
Yes,
I saw a name like the former chairman for Unity Party. Why name Women Pay?
Yeah, I saw Wimonpe name there as well.
and for Senator Monserrado County,
Yes.
and I saw Mo Ali for District 5. And the reason they gave for District 5 is because the Fela and Thomas Fela are going to be running in Lofa County. So I feel like there will be no contention. That place is open, and anybody can just go and get it.
Well,
So I don't know.
so Mr. Kane, this is the thing.
Let ask Solomon if he's ready, then we can take him.
Yes,
So,
I'm ready, sir.
we're good
Yeah,
to
so
go.
let me announce the number. The number to either add on the program SKTV with Sekou and Steve from the diaspora to be live on this platform this evening, the 11th day of the 9th month 2022 is 0775 1386874. Again, 0775 1386874 is the number to call and be live on the program. The today edition of this program, SKTV, with the two highly esteemed Sekou and that of Steve. All right, we have the first caller on the line. Okay, we drop the caller. You can continue the conversation.
Yeah. So interrupt us anytime you got calls. Sisi, go ahead. Just be ready to.
Yeah, I got a call.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, caller.
Good evening, Jonathan.
Yeah, you are live.
Good evening to I think it's good afternoon to Steve and Mr. Kane in the US. I'm Jerry Kuto. I'm called from Kinsey Town Hall Community. You know, Steve made a good elimination. It's just that since the two people that he eliminated, they are the people that are holding the ground. The rest of the other people who you think the Lavrento will choose. I mean, they are nowhere in this country. Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. You are live.
Yeah, the two people that he thinks he wants to be president, the two people that are nowhere in this country, especially Mr. Kumi. Mr. Kumi, the rest of the party say are in America. It's where he do a phone rally, and the rest of the other guy wear full suit, and they get on the line and they say the rally money or they want to place. So maybe they will bring the money to Labrador and the money will get on a ballot or get on a line and go vote for him. But the two people that you eliminated are the people that Labrador looking up to. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We got another caller on the line. Good evening, caller. Yeah, you are live. Your name, where are you phoning from?
My name is Joseph Nkon. I'm calling you from Newark.
Yeah, what's your take on today's edition of this program, SKTV, with Steve and Dalab Sekou from the diaspora?
Well, my take is how to do it. When the national vote, myself, one of those who strongly campaign and voted for Geelong. I'm highly disappointed for now in Geelong, especially with this one bill. I'm highly disappointed. Now, when it comes to the presidency, the two questions that you try for us to eliminate are the two questions personally that Nigerians are looking at. So we are now caught between the two seasons. Those people that you're talking about for Congo, it is not just easy for one to run as president to be a presidential candidate in Nigeria and emerge victorious. It has always been done one or two times. The record of Councilor Bongo he has a clear record, but he didn't resign during the hearing administration. But now he's just coming in.
All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. We got another caller on the line. Good evening, caller.
Good evening, my brother.
Yeah, you are live on SKTV. What's your point? Your name and where are you calling from?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. Let me say how something about the president. I listen to them. My name is Lincoln. Lincoln at 4.6 feet in Moscow County. Yeah, I want to agree with some of the session made by your two panelists. I enjoyed the session, quite funny. But I wanted to forgive people this because of my political affiliation. I'm the member of the big coalition with Democrats, Congress for Democrats by extension coalition. And let me make the decision and that decision when it did. Now, he struck a very important point, especially that are in the parliament. Those guys that we elected are making decisions that is very much worrisome, especially with the recent bill that they are proposing where they will have benefit after they have left in power. Today, that bill again, that is anyway. For me, I don't think that bill has been subdued anyway. But I believe that bill should have originated on the House of Representatives. Trust me, you're going to pass majority, so you're going to be a big senator on that. But I want to ask this question. I'm going to disagree a little bit.
Yeah.
I listen to the party when they say, all those that are affiliated with past government that have taken record should not be given opportunity to lead. But my question today, I want to clarify this. If they clarify this tomorrow, trust me, I may declare my support to the ANC. And it's another police working every regime as a both chair and both and they did that they are. Now, this working of failed regime too, so how can you rest on that? Should we give this power to, for the next election?
All right. Yeah, thank you. We got another caller on the line. Good evening, caller. You're live on the program SKTV.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, go ahead. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Iduka calling from Bon County.
Okay, go ahead. Give your point.
Let me take this unnecessary time to Seiko.
Mm-hmm.
I would disagree with the other
Steve.
person that close to Seiko. When it comes to Mr. Joseph Yumabaga business, I would tell that brother, let him stop confusing the minds of Liberians. Joseph Yumabaga had a clean character. And I tell him for free, come 2023, if he take Joseph Yumabaga from out of the race, the Sawia is going by for the second time. I don't see any other politician that will beat Mr. Joe Weah beside the Unity Party candidate, Mr. Joseph Yumabaga. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We got another caller. Good evening, caller.
Oh, good evening.
Your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Robert. Robert calling. I'm calling from GSM.
All right, give your point.
Yeah, so Steve, thank you, and Mr. Carmen. Steve says those who work in the past with Madam Sadiq and they are working with the CDC. It's a fine argument of me. But where I disagree is that Mr. Musa Hassan Bedede worked with Madam Sadiq, especially as the board chair with Rawal International Airport. And he and Eddie Coco, both of them corrupted and they were indicted by the Liberian government. And Mr. Kumi is working with Mr. Musa Hassan Bedede. So what made Mr. Kumi different from those who worked in the past and today wanting to be president? Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, Sebu.
Yeah.
For now, maybe you can keep on the elaboration. All right, we got a caller. Can I take the call?
Okay, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, caller. You're live.
Yeah, how are you?
Wonderful. Where are you phoning from? Your name and where are you calling from? All right. Give your point.
Okay, thank you for your discussion. I disagree with your panelists.
So everybody disagree with my panelists?
my brother, you gotta be moderate. You're talking to a leader.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Oh, we lost that caller. We lost that caller. 0775-136-874.
So we if the any more call, we just take one more call from Liberia, then we will come on over
All
here again because here.
Yeah.
Take
All right,
the
let me
last-
announce the number. Yeah, let me just take the last call. 0775-136-874 is the number to call and be live on today's edition of the program SKTV. All right, we got a caller. Good evening, caller. Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Atos CFO. I do join you from Liberia, the President of Urban Babylon community. I listened to your platform very well, and you were discussing that we should eliminate Georgia and that of Joseph Quacker. But I think your analysis you made, it was just selfish. It was a selfish analysis that I just want to put that because Joseph Quacker has worked in government for the past, I think, 37 years now. And since then, we are never hear any other corruption that is thinking over Joseph Quacker. He has a decent character, an impeccable character, and nobody can just tell me that Joseph Quacker has been corrupt. Even 1984, if you can read history, Joseph Quacker was one of the best agricultural ministers, at which time he was doing the administration, the Liberia have the LPNC, Liberia used to produce that one thing. It was 30 things he wanted to Joseph resign because he now wanted to work with the two administration. There were 30 things that were coming in this resign. So Joseph Boga has had a very good record in this country.
All right.
And nobody gets to tell from that particular thing. Joseph Boga is our next candidate. 2023 comes the election.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
All right, Segu. We can now cross
much.
over to Segu there in the diaspora to pick the rest of the call.
Yes, thank you very much, Solomon. I really enjoy the cause and the level of excitement in the people about the election. I really love it. So callers that are calling, please hold the line. I'm going to start taking calls here in the diaspora, but I just want to say a few things before I take calls. You know, I like this, especially when people are calling from Liberia. One can argue that these are the same misinformed or disinformed or ill-informed voters in Liberia. But another side of the argument would be, where are the ones that are convinced that they're going to vote for Cummings? Where are they? Where are the ones that believe that George Weah is doing good, they're going to vote for George Weah? Almost majority of the people that call, not only expressing their disagreement with Steve's section, but they are saying that Joseph Boakai is the one that they're going to vote for. And the ones that are talking about corruption or not corruption, Joseph Boakai's being corrupt is being because of his association with the past government, being the vice president for 12 years. And that government was considered corrupt. That brought in the presidency of George Weah. So by extension, that's why people can actually point to Boakai's corruption. As for me personally, I don't think Boakai is disqualified because of corruption. I just feel the many people who are supporting Boakai for president, they are not considering his age. They are not considering his health. Especially when Joseph Boakai himself came on the radio, 50-50 radio T-Max show, and said that, yes, he has a pacemaker in his heart, and that came because of the stress for the 12 years of the vice presidency and the stress of the campaign of 2017. If somebody tell you I got sick from stress, we know politics comes with a lot of stress. It's very stressful. And the man tell you say I got sick, I got heart problem, and considering his age, that is a major concern for me, and I maintain that regardless of who say what. I think people who are still forcing Joseph Boakai to run for president, they are not considering his health, and they don't care about his health, which is very, very concerning. And I maintain that. However, people who are there say, oh, well, maybe Cummings can win or Cummings can make it. Cummings is the person. Why is it that we're not hearing those people that are going to vote for Cummings calling to say, no. Steve is right. That Cummings we're going to vote for. I think Cummings and the ANC, they still need to do it. And the CPP, they still need to do a good job. Honestly. But the way I'm looking at it, based on the people we are hearing from, I think the Cummings and the ANC and the CPP, they still need to do a lot of outreach. Because people that are calling, this is not like a stage calls. This is spontaneous call. People open the line for people, and they're just calling. We don't even know who are calling. People calling from all walks of life, and they're telling you exactly who they want to vote for, regardless of your opinion on that person. The way they are thinking, that's what they are thinking. So at the end of the day, it's probably going to be between. I still believe that Boakai may not run. I've said that for years, but people don't believe it. But I still think that Boakai may not run for president. However, the people still believe in him. Some people, at least people that are calling, they still believe in him. Now, assuming that Boakai does not run, what are you doing to get those people to your side? So let's take calls from here. I think Otello Yenin is here. Otello, how you doing, my friend?
Well, I'm doing good, Steve. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
Well, I mean, I can been part of your conversation, but I don't know why you always like for Steve to leave once he's done speaking. I think moving forward, you should allow him to stay on the show until he can answer some of these questions that we have.
Oh, let me tell you why. Not every day Steve can leave. When you see Steve leaving early, either he travel or either he has something going on and he wants to be on the show for a little bit and go back. But Steve always stay on the show to the end.
Yeah, I mean, many times he escapes his debate. He just comes on to see what he wants to say.
But we get forced. The man still listening though. The man still listening. And you saw him ready. He said, I wish I was stay there to respond to somebody. But the man is traveling right now. So but he's listening. So give you a response to him. He will hear you.
Okay, good. I mean, let me just speak to something. One of your products there, Musa Hassan DDP and Mr. Edison Cummings. And you said to us that Joseph Boakai has been crucified because of his association with the Ellen Justice Police administration. So
okay. You just hold the line. Steve is on the line. Just hold the line. Okay, I lost it. Maybe he still wanted to listen to what you're saying, but go ahead.
Okay. So when we judge people based on that association with an individual or a government, then are we saying to the word that Mr. Cummings is corrupt? Because Mr. Cummings served in LA Justice Study government at CWR, he served on our board.
But the Cummings people are saying that's not. The Cummings people are saying that's not true. And then serving on a board of a university. How is that working in the government? Yes. So do we know how much pay he was getting? Yeah. Because people get appointed and get paid. So do we know? Because when we come, let's be honest to each other here. When it comes to government, when it comes to working for government, we are talking about holding position, decision making, and also monitoring in benefits. So Comey, let's agree that Comey was appointed by Ellen. How much was he taking? And how much was he taking? And what was it? What role you were playing there as a government official?
If DWR is an institution owned by government or a private institution, well, I will leave you with that.
No. I want to know because we're talking about somebody was appointed by working by the government. What? How much was he taking? And for how long? No. We got to get it clear. How much was Comey taking and for how long? I don't know. I want you to tell me. You sell it. No. I have no idea what you're talking about. So I want to know how much was Comey taking and for how long.
Okay, good. He was appointed and he's still on the board because when George Gato.
Hold on 1 second. Let me. Steve. I have this question on the low, but just you're going to be on the line, but don't say anything until the person finishes so that we can't interrupt each other. Otello, are you still there? Otello.
Yes.
Okay, Steve is on the line. He's not going to say anything. Finish, and then I want to make sure Steve hear what you're saying. Go ahead.
Okay, good. So the way you discuss issue on your platform is a shame. It speaks for Delon. He says all of these national stuff for Senator Delon. For 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Steve did not know anything about the national legislature. If Delon was not in the House, so then we would not hear about a bill about 50% going to lawmakers, going to ministers, going to the president. And what you see Delon because he should not lie that today Steve can sit on the platform to talk about how much money legislators making, how much money Senator Delon making, what kind of bill is that in the House, and what you see Delon. And the issue about Joseph, well, let me just go into.
No, don't go over the place. So does that mean with Delon? Does that mean with Delon does something nobody should talk about it because he brought things to light?
No, I'm not saying to you you shouldn't discuss Delon. Delon is a public official. You can't right to discuss anything about it. But when you discuss in the national legislation, you're just Delon. Do you know that? The ANC that you guys support, the ANC has lawmakers in the House that also sign up. Do you know that?
Let me. Hold on 1 second, Otello. Listen. You want to listen? Okay. If you want to be a blind loyalist, you can do that. We don't care. But you cannot. Listen. You cannot come here. You cannot come here and accuse the entire platform that we supporting Comey or ANC. You can't do that. We are not. We are not. We are not because you are dishonest. Listen now, because listen. You were not on the show yesterday. The show yesterday, we called on ANC and Comey yesterday that this guy, Daniel Nathan, who is the chairman of the ANC, to be kicked out of the party, or they should take action on him in order for Comey to be trusted. Not because we support Comey or ANC, but that's what we do here. But some of you blind loyalists, because somebody that you support when they attack, when they are called upon, if you're not going to listen for me to finish, I will just take you off because I don't want confrontation. When you're talking, I listen. People listen to you. But when I'm talking, you got to listen. When I'm finished, you can conclude. So the thing is, not because something is said about Comey or about Boakai or Delon, then you just come here and attack the entire platform that you are supporting ANC. No, we are not supporting ANC. We are not ANC platform. We are not Comey's platform. We are a platform for the Liberian people. If we speak things that you don't like, you can come and refute it and tell us what you think is right. But to come and accuse us, I think that is unfair. So you can go ahead and conclude so I can put Steve on.
Okay, good. So I don't know if I should agree with you when you said the platform is not owned and controlled by Mr. Comey. If you listen to the last comment that was made by Steve before you could get last on the platform, he described Joseph Brother as corrupt. He described Joshua as corrupt.
But what did he say? He said he had two options. One is Mr. Gongo, two is Mr. Cummings. Did you come up and say, no, that's not how it should be? You allow me after he made our comments, and left the platform without you providing him.
Should I hold Steve not to go? All right, Othello, thank you. Let me get.
No, before allow me to ask you a question before I leave.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you suppose Mr. Musa Hassan is becoming a lawmaker in this number 7 in my country? If so, do you think Musa is corrupt?
I don't know. I don't know if Musa is corrupt.
You don't know.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Let me tell you something. It's not even funny. If you think it's funny, then that's fine. Musa, okay. Let me ask you, what made Musa corrupt?
Musa was banned by FIFA for stealing money.
Come on, man. I thought you were going to say something important. No, that's just stupid. You know very well, FIFA is an organization. Musa had a competition in the FIFA. Musa had pros and cons in the FIFA. Musa had people that support him. Musa had people that are against him. FIFA being one of the most corrupt institutions in the world, because somebody has issue with other people, until somebody can be taken to court, being prosecuted, and be convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction, then you can call them criminal. But because somebody is accused, then automatically he's corrupt. Shame on some of you guys. You pretend to be educated, but yet you don't do your research, you don't do your due diligence, but you just rely on lies and say this person is corrupt. Some of you are saying that today because Musa is in disagreement with you guys in the Liberty Party. When I raised the same concern, that okay, why are you guys now saying that okay, Musa is going to be your chairman? Are you guys going to defend all the allegations and the noise that are coming behind it? And you say no, it's just an allegation. Musa was not convicted in any corruption. All of you said that, including Yombly. But now because there's a disagreement now, you want me to believe that Musa is corrupt when you say he was not corrupt? Shame on some of you guys, man. Steve.
Yeah, I'm here. So can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead and respond to what you want to say about this guy.
First of all, I don't want to make a general statement. No disrespect to Othello Yenit, but just from his assertions, the public can tell where his mindset is. He doesn't even know me because he sees me on Facebook. He tell me 2 years ago I didn't know this.
Yeah.
They don't tell me salary for me to be mesmerized. So what does that have to do with the conversation we're having? So they don't say pointing out salary, does that make him that he has immunity when he does wrong? Nobody should call him out for it or whatever it is. You see, this is the mindset of those who support Joseph Human Boakai, this slavery mentality where they got to fall in line with everything, whether they see the truth or not. Say he wants to presuppose that somebody is corrupt. Don't fire the same Joseph Human Boakai. I did not even get into Joseph Human Boakai's corruption or whatever it is. That kind of reason for to get into that time. Just take a deep breath. UP, some UP, and some Joseph Human Boakai supporters. Just relax. The time will come. And you're in the Liberty Party. Peace be to the arches. Charles Bronski admitted to the corruption that Joseph Human Boakai is corrupt. And he's a liar. I mean, say I'll play a video on this.
Yeah, he says he's a liar, and he says he's a troublist.
That's where we're not even getting into Joseph Boakai corruption. You don't rely on take a chill pill. Because when I come, we get into the real conversation of Joseph Human Boakai. I was only alluding to the fact that there seems to be more of a recycle than people who want to do right for the country. Because all of them been in the same cycle. All these people been around. So you want for us to re-elect them and bring them to power? I am saying they've had almost 17 years of ruling the country. They were there for 12, so we have been there for 5. That's 17 plus next year we'll make it 18 years. And nothing has moved in the country. So let's look into a new direction. That is my call. I have the right to say that it does not mean I support police or I support what is that mean? Jawan Congo. So I call Congo be here, that means I support Jawan Congo, that means I support Jawan Congo. So because you decide to affiliate with a political party, that means everyone should automatically affiliate with a political party. Anything they say against you, or the point of the fact, then I mean that person is supporting Kumis or that Kumi station. But telling other people, we say you have the right to support who you want to support. Nothing's wrong with that. But let's be factual. You all know the truth. You all know that Joseph Nima Bwaga is not able to handle this country. You don't know it. You all know the facts. So let's start fooling around and get serious, all of us. We want the country to move forward. Let's move the country forward. Thank you, Mr. Kane.
Thank you. Let's go to this caller here. I think this is Prince. Prince, how you doing, my brother?
Thanks for the privilege to be on here and discussing about Liberia. I call because it's funny when you hear the political partisan sycophants, surrogates from Liberia when they call, how they can sound very authoritative, like their voice is the gospel of Liberia. That the person who won, that what the people who want. For them to tell me, say that Joseph Baga won, they say that the men who won, that what the people won. No. There were 1.2 million of us who are independent, who are not party affiliated. We support people based on ideology. There were 1.2 million of that boycott the election in 2017. We did not go to the poll because we didn't want Joseph Yimabwaka, because we didn't want George Weah. So we refused to go to the poll. And we found out today that we made a big mistake. And the consequences we are feeding it today, somehow we can send our children to school. Somehow we eating dry every day. So we can't wait 2023 to go to the pool and correct the mistake we made. And by looking into the option we have and choose the better option for Liberia. Look, Sekou, let me tell you, John Weah, they say he did everything for us, he helped us. We gave him opportunity 5 years. Our country going west. Joseph Yimabwaka was there for, he been in the country in government for almost 50 years. Nothing he can show for. We want somebody who want to give other people chances too. If you want Gongo pick a running mate and they look good and sound good to us, and the policy they bring into us makes sense, we will give Tiawan Gongo the chance because he had not been given a chance before. If Arizona company bring his running mate, make a case to us, and we see that it makes sense, we'll give Arizona Company a chance because Arizona Company have not been given a chance before. All these people are there, they have been serving government. They've been serving Joe, we are working government for 17 years while you're opposition. And my Ellen was giving him money. $5 million, we don't know what happened to that money. Joseph Baga, the group of 77, we don't even know what happened. All the money he took from the office. Today, Joseph Baga pretending that he broke, he even went loud and said, he borrowing loans to show that he's so poor to be sorry for him. That cookie papi they've been cooking for day one. They still cook it today, then put one fool and say that he the one. He's sick as he is right now. He's taking lead in here. He won't come pour in some wahala. The more we put him there, then he something happened to him in our hand. La Bren government might take care of him. La Bren government might do everything for him, funeral or hospital, or there's somebody else there take over and we'll be stuck with something. We're not stupid here. So your partisan politics, you can talk. Your unity party people, you can talk. You can say everything you want to say. Your CDC, you can call and say anything you want to say. Your ANC, you can say anything you want to say. Your LP, you can say anything you want to say. We who the Liberia, who can always make people president. We the one major, we are president. Check the record. If not CDC and major, we are president. CDC is 8%. We the one who don't care. We basically market people there who selling not selling, who depending on our businesses, how the country will be better, how good leadership will make our life better. We the one can make people president in our country. We say now watching you.
Thank you, my brother.
Everyone say that fool yourself. We will decide. Let them make the two people we're looking at right now, the Congo and Arizona Company, because they are not serving government before. We want to get a change to and see what will happen. But we're not bringing recycling people. Thank you very much, Sekou.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. Call out 612 number 4023. What is your name and where are you calling from?
And this Sarah calling from Minneapolis.
Sarah, Brazilian monk?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. I've been following the conversation. I find it very interesting.
Yeah.
I keep telling you and Steve Bully all the time. There's a difference between professing to want change and actually wanting change. You know, our people, like you ask Steve Bully, why you think what happened? You think there will be some dark house that will come out of that race apart from the familiar folk and Steve voted to you the right answer. It won't happen. It's based on history. It's based on how people vote with it. These people will find any reason and every reason to justify what they believe based on emotion. It will never be logic. When you relegate your politics to sentiment and familiarity and travel on, it's very important to pick a better candidate. That's why I keep telling people the possibility of us picking the best president in our lifetime is almost sweet to know. It just won't happen. And hearing this from the callers. These people believe that when you serve on the board, you are somehow corrupt because you're part of the government. But a man who was number 2 to for 12 years.
I can't even believe this.
What does it tell you? A man who volunteered without salary to help improve the educational system on being there as a member. He's supposed to be corrupt. But a guy who sat and preserved over 66 concession, illegal or bogus concession agreement and served as number 2 or sidekick to a government that you consider to be criminal and corrupt. But it's not corrupt. No, we got a long way to go. Like I said, if we arrive at the best president, it will be by mistake. It will never happen based on logic because I just believe our people, they can prefer that they want change all they want. They just are not ready for change. When you go to a country and see people are ready to want change, they have behavior will say that they want change. Like Mother said, there's common logic. You believe that Ellen government was corrupt. That was a failure. It was a reading voter for Georgia. If Georgia has proven to be worse than Madam Selly, what do? We eliminate the vote for them. And what Moses said, it's a process of elimination. Because psychologically, when you have too many options, it's very hard to make a better decision. When you eliminate the word also, it's easy to make better choices. Okay, you keep telling me the people are corrupt, we cannot trust anybody, but the election is the only opportunity you got to rectify those mistakes, and you must take a risk on somebody. So the question is, if you really, really want change, you must get rid of the 2 non-standards. Because there's the argument. Madam Selly is a failure. Madam Selly's government was corrupt. Georgia, who was voted on the premise that Madam Selly's government was a failure, that educated people fail the nation, he turned out to be worse than Madam Selly's government. So how do you go back to the past to the 2? It makes no goddamn sense.
Thank you.
Thanks for the time, my brother. Wow.
Thank you, brother. Let's go to the line here. Caller 978 number 2338. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Augusto Speed Flomo, and every time people say Georgia Gomez is worse than Madam Selly Gomez, I mean, I don't believe that. I'm not here to defend Georgia so much because I've always defended him, and I know Georgia is doing better than Madam Selly's government. Madam Selly's government. I don't know about what yardstick this guy's talking about that Georgia government is worse. I mean, if you had an opposition to Georgia, you would say anything. But this is what I want to say. It came to a point I was kind of leaning Alice Cummings a little bit, even though I support Georgia. And I've always said if Georgia was not in a race, I would definitely go for Alice Cummings. But to be honest, I'm disappointed in Alice Cummings, and for a number of reasons. Let me just start from here first. First of all, Steve Bull always talk about Kev Hassan being paid $20,000 every month to be on Spoon FM. And I think I made a comment on your show this evening. I mean, Steve Bully, he's an educated guy. If you believe that Kev Hassan is being paid $20,000 every month, I mean, that's $240,000, almost $500,000 a year. So Steve Bully really believes that Kev Hassan is being given $240,000 every year just to sit out on Spoon. So that $20,000 every month, maybe you heard it from this guy called Manipaka Dumoy. He lied on the Spoon FM. I mean, is that what Steve's running with?
Manipaka Dumoy was on Spoon?
Yes, some time ago.
Oh, so that there where he said it?
Yes, that's there where he said it.
Oh, okay.
Even if he said Kev was giving $20,000 once or twice, after every 4 or 5 months, I don't have the evidence, but at least I could go with that. But to say they are paying you $20,000.
So you being friends with Kev, are you now admitting that Kev received $20,000 maybe 1 or 2 occasions?
No, I'm not saying that. But if they have said
but do you see the possibility of that, or can you be?
No, I don't.
Yeah, but you just said you can work with that, and you're a very good friend with Kev. So you're admitting that Kev at some point received $20,000, maybe that 1 time or maybe 2 times.
No, I'm not. What I'm saying.
You say you can work. You say you can work with that. He said, and the man said, the man gives you occasionally, maybe every 4 months, you can work with that. You are good friends of Kev. So are you admitting that Kev actually received money from the government?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if they had said after 4 or 5 months, after 2 3 months, they said man received $20,000, that is something that somebody could think about, and maybe it could be possible.
You said, yeah, maybe I can work with that.
Okay, then maybe I misspoke. If I said work with that, I don't know what work with that means, because Siku, I can't sit here.
Because Kev is your friend, and you and Kev talk on me all the time, and whatever going on in the CDC, you discuss it with Kev. And if you say maybe 2 3 months, every 2 3 months or 4 months, Kev receive $20,000, maybe I can work with that. That means something.
If I said work with that, maybe we're having different interpretation of work with that. What I actually meant.
Maybe you can understand that.
Yeah, I can understand that. Maybe for lack of better word, that's why I said that. It kind of makes sense. That's what I meant. Because I have no proof that Kev even takes 10 cents from the government. All I'm saying, now let me use your words, since you now understand what I was trying to say, that is something I could understand and say, maybe it's true. But $20,000 every month, that's almost $500,000 just to give Kev to Fasina Hospital for every 2 or 3 hours every day. It's so you say you believe that, and that's what Steve Bullen is running with. But let me get to Mr. Alex Quinn. Why I'm disappointed. Mr. Alex Quinn said he was an agent of change. He joined JMB, and the rest of the guys been in Liberia. I was very disappointed. If I were communist, I would stay on my own, and if in 2023, if I lose the election, let me lose. I would stay on my own, and I would stand for integrity. Listen, I was not born. I was not forced to be president. I was not born to be president. I was not forced to be president. Why should you join Joe Walker? The very people who said they were corrupt. That was my first disappointment. Yega Kola, who is part of the ANC, they may insult the president, disrupt everything every time. Mr. Cummings, you cannot stop Yega Koluba. We cannot hold Mr. Cummings responsible for Yega Koluba's behavior. But at least say something. Tell the people that listen, what Yega Koluba does is wrong. If you belong to the ANC, I will call Yega Koluba. We have some disciplinary measures, or we will try to control you. We just keep quiet in mute. And you are condoning Yega Koluba's behavior. Not only that, this guy who is a chairman of the ANC, the guy took the first 30,000, he took the second one. Now he signed to this pension law, and Mr. Cummings says nothing. And even those who are in
but so you disappointed at Cummings, but you don't disappoint other people, including President Weah, whose parties members are accepting and taking all the money, including $30,000 and everything, even the vote. So you're not disappointed at President Weah, right? President Weah, who you support?
Well, let me tell you something. For President Weah and his government officials, you guys in the opposition.
No. I'm saying you now. Since you are telling me that you are going to support Cummings if Weah is not in the race. Now we know that you've been defending and you support President Weah. But now you are expressing your disappointment in Cummings for things that his party members have done, leaders have done. But similarly, President Weah's party members, legislators, senators, and representatives have done the same thing. Are you disappointed? Are you equally disappointed in President Weah for not saying anything?
Let me tell you something. Right now, when I came on the show, when I called your show, I said I was disappointed in Mr. Cummings. And I'm giving reasons. Let me feel Mr. Cummings ask me that, and I will tell you whether I'm disappointed President Weah or not. But I will finish real quick. Just 10 more seconds.
Go ahead.
This man says nothing. And then, how you call it? When Moriah Yakula tells Kev Hassan that in a functional society, you and I, we can sit on the same table. I'm not going to be in the same show with you. It's because of Spoon FM and because of politics. That's what we sit here. This tells me that the ANC people, they're elitists. They don't believe that they and certain people should sit on the same table because of their education, their masters and PhD and all of that. Some of us country boys, we wouldn't be sitting at where they are. And Mr. Cummings does not chastise these people. He doesn't call them and say, hey, you guys take time. So all these things, I put them together and I say, listen, Liberia, we have a long way to go. Now let me come to President Weah. I've said it over and over. Is Georgia a saint? No, he's not a saint. He's not perfect. But simple, what I'm saying, with the current field, with what I'm looking at right now, Georgia is not perfect. When Georgia appointed Wambujiki, I was the first person who said, Mr. President made a wrong decision.
John Weah has people in his government that he be chastising. He doesn't do it. He sit there and he just, he play along. But Segu, this is what I'm saying. The thing is, if I don't choose President Weah, who is the alternative? Who? That's my point.
Okay.
So I'll answer your question indirectly now. Is President Weah a sin? Oh no, it's not perfect. But who is the alternative? The alternative that we're trying to lead to a little bit is even worse in my mind.
Okay. Listen now. I understand that point. But let's get this clear. Okay. Not other reasons. Not like, Wambodiki and every other thing. And we understand that George Weah is not a saint. That's true. But I'm asking you now, for some same reasons, including the $30,000, continuous $30,000 and everything else. Are you disappointed in President Weah for the same reason why you are disappointed in Cummings? Yes or no?
No, I'm not disappointed in President Weah.
All right, thank you.
No.
All right, folks. We will see you tomorrow.